My body locking is a little different because if you do sit up, instead of putting my head to the right side and getting this body lock, I like to come over and put my head to the left side and get this kind of body lock. Okay, I feel I can do this and I can put a lot more pressure into his body and really pin it to the ground, as opposed to when I'm here and I feel like I'm only putting half the pressure because most of my body is on this side, as opposed to me kind of cutting his body in half. I feel like I can put a lot more pressure down on him. Okay, so the way I usually, if he is lying down and he's framing a lot, it's hard to like get the body lock. So what I end up doing is coming to the side and starting to wrap up the legs instead, right? Instead of fighting this and climbing that way, I start climbing down instead. Once I can really bundle the legs like this, I start getting my left knee under his right knee, and once I get it deep in there, I can bring it over and get that Khabib lock, right? Once I got this, then I don't really worry about this face so much. I can start just trying to climb into the full mount, right? So we come back. But if he does sit up and he's fighting this way, and I get under, and I'm fighting here, this is where if we start going a little live, I start trying to come right. And then if I want him to basically think he has enough space to get on his right elbow, because as soon as he goes for that, I can get the head a lot easier, right? And once I get the head, and let's say he's got a half guard on me, right? I can start really applying the pressure to try to get my legs out, okay? And the reason I haven't worn the gi is because here, once I keep this here, I'm basically just fighting his feet with my feet, right? But what I do to help me out is I let go of this, really get deep into his armpit here, and I drive my shoulder into him and turn my hip down, and then I start pulling this out. Once I can pull this out and get this over, this to me is the same as this, but with one hand. I start doing this, okay? I can really control him here, and then I can use this hand to start fighting to get my leg out and get the full mount. But I really feel that key difference from, if he sits up, from being on this side to really be able to force him to the ground like that, as opposed to if we sit up and I come here, I really don't feel like I have as much driving force. Like, yeah, I really want to come here, because then it's so much easier to just really, I can even start tripoding to try to get my legs out of play.